been do. You don't take Nigeria into two. 97% and 5%. You know, been talk like president. You rule Nigeria with sentiment. I take your office to revenge. Oh yeah, now, Oga Buhari, we dey beg you. Let Nigeria no go scatter for your head, yo. Yes, after the election, where them do, we still dey wait to see the change, yo. Cause all the promise when they make, it's gonna be like saying a fake, yo. And where the money, where the food, Nigerian people want improve. But since you come, the tears and pain, we don't tire to complain, no employment for the youth, insecurity no improve, inflation don't they hit the roof, still government no they say the truth. Oh yeah, my brother, this change now yawa, we don't do this suffer, pray God for Nigeria. Oh yeah, my sister, this government now yawa, you don't do this suffer, we pray God for Nigeria. After the election, where them do, we still dey wait to see the change. Cause all the promise when they make, it don't be like saying a fake, yo. Where the money, where the food.
Thank you very much for joining me. This is Mayegun Live. I'm sorry that I always run late anyway, so I'm sorry. So I came in late because of the usual, it is complicated business. There's so many things to put up before I join you. So for those of you who have managed to join me now, so it is also an opportunity for you to share the broadcast. Share this. Invite those you think should be here. Tag them. Because it's going to be hot tonight. And if you are probably, randomly, if you have probably joined because this popped up on your timeline, and you are someone who is allergic to truth, at this junction, you can at least opt out now. I always say this simply because most of us are not joining this broadcast simply because you want to have a conversation. Many of you are joining because to you, it is another opportunity to defend any politician or anybody mentioned by Mayegun. These haven't really changed anything. It hasn't changed us from saying it the way it is. If so far so good, your effort in defending politicians on social media, if it hasn't changed people like us, it means we will never change. So you can stop watching now. So, to all my friends all over the world, thank you so much again for joining me. For those who have managed to find me on my personal page on Facebook, Badero Olushola. It's easier to find. I don't know if there are many. I think I'll be the authentic one if you search. So join me. We are still waiting on Facebook to decide on Mayegun's Diary Politico, the Erujeje page that is causing so much havoc, sleepless nights for so many Buharidins and the Buhari Diderins, for countless Buhari Dinotus, Buhari Dijatus. They don't like what I say, but they never stop watching and following, including the Ngoziaris, the Unekaris, the Buhari Shukus, the obedient fools, the humbled slaves, and the sophisticated morons, and including their Abrodian uncles and aunties, the Mumu Madus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers, who are all suffering from one single ailment, one single syndrome called Buharism. And they are very, very, very proud people too. They will tell you, I am a proud Buharist. If you have a family member that says that to you with his chest, you might need to call in a physician, because you are dealing with something that so many people are still probably investigating, researching on. What could be it? What is Buharism? What is Buharist? What is the benefit of being a Buharist? What do you lose when you become a Buharist? What do you gain when you become a Buharist? Is poverty a virtue? Is poverty a destiny? Is wealth luck? So they redefined what life should be because their state of mind have been redefined the moment they contracted the dangerous virus called Buharism. It is dangerous. When you will see people being killed, when you will see people hungry, starving, when you will see people being abused by the authority, when you will see people who are being hounded, jailed with no just cause, when you see people who can't even question their own political leaders, even when they see them wallowing in a serious, corrupt stream, diving in, diving out, people who are victims of poor governance, but will tell you, we believe that Buhari will still do better. Nigeria is still going to be better. Some people are making it difficult for him to do it. It is a mental problem. Apology to people who have genuine mental health issue. This is not about you, okay? I am not, playing down or mocking what many of you are dealing with. I know how severe and how serious it is, and I am very serious about it too. But when it comes to something that you don't understand completely, when you will see your brother who has lost everything, and he is telling you that it is because those who stole money from Nigeria are making it difficult for Buhari to deliver his promises. Therefore, Sai Baba, Sai Barbarian. So please, stop watching. They don't like me, many of them. But some of them like me. They do. They wish Buhari can just prove this young man. Buhari can prove him wrong. So that we can go and tell him and say, listen, Mayegun. So that that is why most of the time when you go on Mayegun's diary, then you will see that I do share all important information to all of you, including the Buhari Danes and the Buhari Didenis. There are so many Mumadus, Bele lecturers, and Mumu lecturers living abroad that relies on information on Mayegun's diary to know what is going on in Nigeria. But one thing they don't like about me is the way I talk about Buhari or any of their political criminal leaders. Do you understand? So those ones are also here. And there are some Facebook adsmen, social media bandits. They don't pay them, born to suffer cretins who just don't want you to mention Buhari. Just don't mention Buhari. Born to suffer cretins. Nobody pays them, to be honest. Some of them are just like, psychologically programmed that way. It is poverty that the political class have now weaponized. You know what I mean? So I'm saying all of this so that you will know that the rest of this broadcast is going to be so hot that the few I have said so far, if you think you feel offended, stop watching now. Thank you very much. So, welcome to another episode of Nigeria Jaga. This time around, I actually titled this tonight. Now, the Nigeria right now, Wahala day, seriously. I don't know what Oyibo or whatever language, whatever grammar anyone want to use to describe it for you to understand. But as for me, Mayegun, I will describe it, I will dramatize it until you understand every bit of it. And remember, I'm going to be saying all of this based on facts. And then say, if you join 1 + 1 it's supposed to be 2. If anybody tell you, say, if it be 11, na GBT day there, calm down, watch the step, dot the line, cross the T's, and you will get what I am trying to pass to you. It is not going to be a, what do you call it, a conspiracy theory. Sometimes when I say things, people feel like, Mayegun, are you sure of this thing you are saying? This guy, calm down. It is not that hard. It is not that deep. So many people have been conscripted to be scared. They are afraid. They don't know why they are afraid, but they are scared of just everything. And fella of blessed memory, sang about that too. I know one die, Papa day house, Mama day house, I won't build house, I won't buy car, I know one quench, I never born, I won't born, you know. I know one die, but people are dying. You know what I mean? People are dying. So let us worry for our individual self, right? Then after that, when you care for yourself, I'm ready to care for your neighbor the same way you care for yourself. Then maybe we can spread peace. But truth, cannot be hidden. No matter how much grammar everybody try to paint it. Nigeria right now, wahala day, seriously. What is killing people in Kano? Part of the wahala that we have been talking about for years, is the reason why you will never know 100% truth. What is killing people in the north? But don't disturb yourself. Don't let them make it look like it's actually so deep. It is not so deep. Coronavirus is in Nigeria. As much as the rest of Africa, smaller countries, the medium countries in Africa, as much as so many of them, they have outscaled Nigeria in testing people who are showing symptoms. Let me be honest with you. They have robbed you so much, so long, that very soon the lies will catch up. You know what I mean? Shebi NCDC is the one releasing live results on Twitter, on social media, every 11 p.m. when many of you are in bed, or every 12 a.m. in the morning. They have a plan, but all of that go bust very soon. No, because it is the truth with empirical evidence. The rest of Africa, the least of them that has probably conducted test, that has conducted the least test since this whole wahala started, are those who have conducted probably 10,000 tests and on maybe 5,000 people. In Nigeria, so far so good. They have conducted over 12,000 tests so far. South Africa has conducted over 200,000 tests. And they have tested over 1,000 or so, 1,300 people positive with their own death too. In Nigeria, your government have performed about between 10,000 and 12,000 tests. Now you will think they have tested 12,000 people, Abby. No, they didn't test 12,000 people. This is what it means. For some of you who have been reading it on social media, they say 12,000 tests, less than 10,000 tests. Greater than 10,000 tests. It is all GPT. It will catch up. 170 people have died in Kano. They are telling us they don't know what killed them. Nobody, they said they spoke with their family members. So they want to tell us that they didn't tell them the condition they suffered before they died. 170 people. Hang on. Now they have conducted between 10,000 and 12,000 tests. And on less than 4,000 people. There are many people. Even, you see, you remember when they tested Davido? And they came out, they said they did the test twice. They did the test 3 times. Some came back positive twice. Some came back negative twice. Blah, 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 blah. Davido was negative. They were telling you about some politicians too. When this whole test of it started, politicians were being tested for 4, 5, 6 times. and now one test for one person. So they will do the test first time. If it is negative, to be sure, they will do it second time. If it is negative, now be say, if it is if they do it first time and it is positive and you're showing the symptom, they will isolate you. That means they need to isolate you for 14 days and see how your condition change. But if they do the test first time and it is negative, so they will do it second time. If it is negative, now be say you are negative. You don't have COVID-19 in your system. So that is 2 tests on one person. When this test kit came to Nigeria, the politicians, they were testing themselves. Abba Kyari they did about 8 tests on Abba Kyari before they finally agreed that he is positive. Then they had to break the news. Then the story that followed it and the rest. So if you take 7 kits for one person, and you know all of them who have been claiming negative, positive, negative, positive, all this why, all the politicians, most of the test kits went for them. But the selfish criminals, they didn't do any test for their drivers. Some of them, they didn't do test for their drivers. They didn't test their cook. They didn't test any of them. Many of them are sick right now. Those who are working for them. So, when your government says they have done 12,000 tests, they are telling you that by the time you work it out, at the end of the day, with the tally they say they've only tested maybe about 4,000 people. Maybe about 4,000 people in the population of 200 million. America, where people are dying in thousands every day now, America has conducted over 2 million tests on over 500,000 people. Some of them came back negative. They didn't have it. Some of them came back positive. You know the result. China, that the whole thing started from, they conducted over 1 million. Well, they did, I don't know if they did over up to 1 million, because when America reached 1 million, America became the first country to have conducted 1 million COVID-19 tests in the world. So even China, no test up to 1 million. But imagine the gap. The population of America is about 350 million. The population of Nigeria, plus or minus, they say it's 200 million. America has conducted over 2 million tests. Nigeria has conducted over 12,000 tests. Now they are telling us all this why, right? We know that COVID-19 is not a death sentence, by the way, okay? And for whatever is killing them in KANO, we will come back to that. So now, they have done little tests for small number of people, and they are flying that. Meanwhile, in the suburb, in the villages, in different places, so many people are still traveling, even from Lagos to other part of Nigeria, as we speak, despite the lockdown. People are still going. There are so many marketers, market women, men and women, who are still doing it like normally in the last 6 weeks. Nobody is testing them. Nobody knows anything. Nobody knows what is going on in the suburb. Nobody knows when people die. And because the north is called Muslim, so they have to bury the dead ASAP. So that means there will be no autopsy. There will likely be no test. And as we speak, they are conducting a mass house-to-house test on people in the north. The KANO governor cried out. He said, they don't have they need more test kits. With what is going on, in 3 days, 170 people died. We have seen their graves. Oh. Some of you, Buhari Danes, Buhari Diderins. Fake news. This guy, you are sharing fake news. One day that fake news will be you. So that we will share it. And your fellow Mumumadus, abroad-based Bele lecturers and the Mumu lecturers, all those auntie, uncle, they stay abroad. Though. Coronavirus is there, dealing with everybody all over the world. Are they UK? You know what I mean? So, it is killing them, right? And people are telling you otherwise. Now, 170 people dead. We go come back to that later. Now, let me tell you something about this. Oh, I think I somehow omitted that there. I wanted to tell you about another contagion, because I believe that whatever is killing them in Kano right now is also killing so many other Nigerians codedly. So many people who have also come out to say, I never believe how they saw. I mean, I never believed COVID-19 was that terrible. This is my experience. This is my experience to preach to other people that, hey, this thing really low. This thing will kill you anyhow. Now, I want to point out that Abba Kyari, the Buhari's chief of staff, the Nigeria de facto president, who died like a poisoned rat. He has friends. Some of them, they are secretly hoping and wishing, right, that they were like him. Some of them are Buhari critics. You know them. I know them. And I will mention names as we proceed on this. Those are the secret friends. You see some of the journalists that some of you respect too, who one way or the other have all one way or the other pretended to be kind of balanced. Those are the ones that were writing all those good epistles about a terror government, a terrorist regime, Buhari regime. So they were those. I'm glad that we even have our, what do you call it? We have our subtitle on. Please let me know if you can see the subtitle of this broadcast on your screen as you are watching. It's great. I don't know how perfect the, what do you call it? I don't know how perfect the subtitle is going. But let me know. It's great. I worked on that, and I never thought it was going to work with the live broadcast. So if it's working with us, that is great. Let me know if you are watching and you can see the text on your screen. Oh, let me check my phone as well. Oh, beautiful. So it is working. And thank you, Facebook, for allowing us to have that. So which means those who cannot really follow what we are saying, my followers who have one disability or the other, for instance, if they can't speak, if they can't hear, and then they can at least read, it is a great thing for us on this platform. Beautiful, beautiful. Now let's continue. Abba Kyari has friends. Some of these journalists that you see that seems to be balanced, they pretend to be balanced. You know what I mean now? So you will think, oh, I love that. They were secret spies. They were secret friends. They were secret admirers of the same oppressors that they are trying to politically, using the political correctness to swindle you, to make them seem like they are having what is called balanced reports. But secretly, they are friends of the oppressors that some of us actually know what they are. Yeah, let me know how that is working. Let me read your comments. I think I'm seeing it on mine. Someone said it's going too fast. Maybe I should speak slow so that it will pick it. If you see your screen, let me show you. From my screen, I can see text. So you can see that's the subtitle. So if your phone have that facility, I think it should let you see it. Okay? So it's great. It is auto-generated. That is what Facebook just sent to me now. So we expect that everyone who is watching should be able to see the subtitle on the screen. So let me check somewhere here again. Yeah, you should be able to see it from wherever you are watching from. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I never thought it was going to work, but I'm glad it did. So let's take it slow now that we know that we have a subtitle on. I'm sorry that we had that short cut in our broadcast, but we'll continue. So some of them who are now telling you that Abba Kyari was misunderstood, many of them are the real political jobbers, contract chasers, those who are only after what will feed them the next hour. And every time you see them come out to criticize Buhari, they were friends. I told you. I said Nigerian politicians are united by one thing: their greed and their corrupt lifestyles. I've told you that a few times. And sorry. Right. I'm still following the comment to see if it is working across board. So if it is not working on your own screen, it is because it is auto-generated. And let's see. Maybe it's just going off and on. And yeah. But let's continue. So there were those who are now telling you that he was a good man. He loved Nigeria. He actually died serving Nigeria. In fact, if many Nigerians know that the Abba Kyari, that is the de facto president of Nigeria under Buhari, that if we knew that he was actually the one that is keeping Nigeria together, he is the one who is currently who worked, that made Nigeria to have 24 hours, 24/7 electricity. Our roads are so great. Our railways are now so working in 5 years. Police don't beat people on the streets anymore. SARS don't kill young people just because of the way they dress anymore. Boko Haram are now gone in Nigeria. You know, like we are now living in a very great country. We should be grateful for this great man. What a farce. That's what we call it. It's a farce. It's a lie. And it's because they know that one way or the other, Nigerians are going to react to them the same way they are reacting to Abba Kyari. And in order to look good, this is why they are trying to paint their own tribute before they die. So that when they die, they will say, the one thing I like about that guy is that when he was alive and he was criticizing Buhari, and he was telling us the truth about Buhari, he is a very, very godly man. He is a very kind-hearted person. In fact, he doesn't play politics with bitterness. It is all lies. If you can't see the lie, and if you can't see, it is all fraud. So if you can't see the pawn, if you can't see the what do you call it? If you can't see the target, the person they are scamming, then you are the person. Obviously. These guys are friends. When you look at all of them, those who are criticizing Buhari mostly, those who pretend because they have been in government, they pretend to know more and have more to tell us on how Buhari is the worst thing. But that's during the day. And in the night, they crawl back to everything that is painted with Buhari for friendship, for favor. They want to keep that friendship tight. Because to them, they don't give a damn about you. They can wake up tomorrow and say, well, I used to think Buhari, the reason why I criticized Buhari was because he didn't do this. Now that he is doing it, I think it means well. Meanwhile, you look around, you look at the country, you realize that you have been scammed. Every one of them who have told you every worst thing about the other, they come around to do worse than what the person they told you was worse. Look at the APC. Look at these guys who are there. Look at these PDP guys who are PDP then and now APC. So if you don't know that you are the person they are scamming, then something is wrong. I want to believe. Now, what is the point I'm trying to make? These guys are friends. And whenever any of them is getting married, in fact, they marry their children to themselves. You all know that. You hear something like, that guy is a PDP governor in Adamawa. His son is now marrying the daughter of APC chairman, former APC chairman, former governor of APC in Ibadan. You see, you see, politics is politics. There's no permanent friend in politics. There is no permanent enemy. They are fraudsters. You are their mugu. For those of you who believe them. And when they die like this, they love to paint beautiful picture about the actors who have ruined and destroyed Nigeria. And then they want you all to come and say, oh, this man is so, I love your style. I love your style of politics. But when it is time for them to be peaceful, because they want to serve people, election time, they should be peaceful. At least not kill you, not go after you, not shoot you, not steal ballot box. That time is the time they will be encouraging you to kill yourself. If you see APC, kill them. You see these people are enemy. They have this money. They have that money. They have decided to buy guns. Oh, they have done this. Oh, you must not accept. Oh, they want to steal your vote. It's all lies. Whether they win or lose the election, they remain friends. And that is why when they die, you don't get to know. You begin to read eulogies, and then you begin to read tributes that are so funny. How you went to Warwick, how he went to Cambridge, how he worked 24/7. He doesn't sleep. Okay, thank you, uncle. Thank you. He doesn't sleep. He worked 24/7. Blah, 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 blah. And today, more Nigerians have been killed than even whatever virus that comes to hit the country. More Nigerians have been killed by the security agents in the country. Many of them have been kidnapped. Many of them are missing. Many of them have been kidnapped by the government, the government agents. Then you come around to tell us he worked so beautifully for Nigeria. He did this, he did that, because they are friends. And that is why when they tell you that they are getting an NNPC job, that's why they remain friends behind the scene. And that is why you must not let anybody deceive you into anything. Femi Fani-Kayode, the most outspoken, some of, well, should I say all of our Biafran brothers, they love Femi Fani-Kayode, the truth sayer. My friend, let me tell you something, nobody is a saint, okay? Leave Femi Fani-Kayode out of this. Of course. The same way we have to, we have to stay with one, what have you, for some of those who are always partial in a way. Oh, no. Femi Fani-Kayode speaks the truth. Of course, he speaks the truth. Very big truth. Of course. Someone was arguing with me, said, Fulanis are this, Buhari is this. He was so passionate about it on the phone. And I was listening. That was in 2019 election. And he was like, the Fulanis are trying to do this. I was like, I know that. But I'm not seeing this whole thing about Fulani, Igbos, Hausas, Yorubas, and all of that. Even though that is what they want you to see, the whole thing as. But I am not seeing it that way. I am seeing organized criminals who knows all our weak points, our weaknesses. And they know that tribe, religion, social class, there are three different things, there are three things that come together that they have worked so well to divide us easily. And the politicians, the criminals know that. And they never, ever, ever fail to use it. So they know that an average Nigerian will never approach a conversation based on the points laid bare. It will approach it based on his tribal view, based on his religious view, based on his own class view of that thing. And it will make his judgment based on that. Now, if any other person also make the same comment on the same point, on the same discussion, right? He won't see it that that person is also making that contribution based on his own religious, political, and tribal sentiment. So the politicians are so smart that they utilize this weapon so well that we will never have any conversation. They do it all the time. Now, I was talking about the truth and how they end up doing that. So a guy was talking to me on the phone and he said, the Fulanis are evil. The Yorubas are supporting them, my brother. I like you. I like what you are doing. You are doing great. But you are just a Yoruba man that among others. Yorubas can't be trusted. I said, okay. And he said, you see, the Fulanis are coming. I said, okay, fine. What do you think about 2019 then? It was like, my brother, the point I'm making here is this. To save Nigeria, we all need to support Atiku. I was like, oh, okay, fine. He said, yes. See, let me tell you something. Atiku knows these people. Atiku knows about Islamization agenda. I was like, okay. So, we should all support Atiku. We should stop the Fulanis from taking over Nigeria. They are evil. The Fulani herdsmen are already waiting. They are going to kill everyone. I said, okay. I said, but you see, all these northerners, they are evil. I said, okay. Especially this Islamization agenda. Mayegun, don't slack. You are a Yoruba man. You are a smart person. I said, yeah. Can I ask you a few questions, please? He said, of course, my brother, go ahead. I said, yeah. But do you know that Atiku is also a Fulani man? He said, he's a better Fulani man. We know Atiku better. I said, okay. So it's about preferable Fulani man. Not that Fulanis are coming to kill all of us, but some Fulanis are not coming to kill all of us. I didn't say that to him immediately. And I said, but this Islamization agenda you are talking about, Atiku is also a Muslim. He said, yeah, Atiku is tribalized. And I said, but Atiku is also a northerner. He said, yeah. See, let me tell you, Atiku's wife is a Yoruba Titi. Atiku is tribalized. It's not. I said, okay. So the point you are trying to make here for me is that one Fulani man is evil or better than the other Fulani man because you think your agenda of Fulani want to kill all of us. Some Fulani also know about it, but we can trust them. I was like, but I don't buy that anyway, my brother. I don't think so. That is why I am supporting Omoyele Sowore. Sowore is good, but Sowore can't win. Sowore doesn't have the money. He doesn't have this. Sowore, our people doesn't like Sowore. Our people, I said, okay. I just felt your argument is a little bit off. I know you are convinced about your argument. I understand, but we all have our sentiments and all of that. But it's just not for me. So if you think one Fulani man has a Fulani agenda to take over Nigeria, then that should affect all Fulanis. If you want to be sincere. I mean, if you say Yorubas are betrayers, then you should stand right and say it with boldness with boldness and say all Yorubas are betrayers. Not, some Yorubas are these. No. That is you confusing the confusion itself. And that is why we are where we are today. So some people disguise, the same people who have contributed to the destruction of Nigeria. I love using that word because I know better. I don't see Nigerian politicians as Igbos, as Yorubas, as Awusas, because you know what? We are all sharing the same calamity, but differently. And I keep saying it. Whether it's PDP, whether it's APC, any of them that has been in any political office before, good or bad, rate them or no rate them. To me, the country they said they have fixed, the country they have done a lot, the country that should be Eldorado. When you listen to some of them praising themselves, what they did when they were in office, especially those failed ones that are now bloggers like Mayegun, that are now social media vuvuzelas now. They are now clout chasers too. They've been in office. When they start telling you what they have done, then you look around, you open the window, and you are like, hello, are you talking about different Nigeria? Hello, Esa, which Nigeria are you talking about? Is it this one that I'm in? This one that I'm actually living in right now? Baba, stop, you know what I mean? Stop talking rubbish. Stop talking in the rubbish. Stop talking in the nonsense. You know, people like us, that's how we see them. Because when you look around, you say, where is that thing? They say, okay, we all agree that Buhari destroyed Nigeria, APC destroyed Nigeria. Some people will say, yes, Mayegun, say, okay, but all of them destroyed Nigeria. It's not that APC came in. The 24 hours electricity you are enjoying before suddenly became Dakudaji. We have always been living through darkness since 1960. We all know that. Nobody should be absolved. And if anybody come out to start sounding like a statesman, I love listening to Obasanjo. Obasanjo makes sense a lot. I love listening to them too. But when I see the failure of the country, when I see them, I see the failure of the country. So that is why when they now come out to say, Nigeria Airways, Femi Fani-Kayode was Minister of Aviation. And you know that Femi Fani-Kayode became a Minister of Aviation under Obasanjo after initially serving as Femi Okpolo, just serving the same thing that Femi Okonu-Adesina is doing for Buhari right now. Femi Okonu-Adesina, that all of us have come to know better, that everything he does is controlled by his stomach. And people like that are called Bele lecturers. They love to sound like they are intelligent, but they are fraud. They are thieves. They are fraud. Okay? And when I say the likes of Femi Fani-Kayode, he is good to listen to. He is so intelligent, he is so smart. He can give you facts, manipulate things, make it sound like, and then he love, he's a very good orator that can drive conversation and make you agree with him on so many things. But he's a fraud. He is a complete fraud. It was serving the same purpose for Obasanjo. It was the Obasanjo attack dog when Obasanjo was in power. So when Obasanjo won second term, Obasanjo made him aviation minister. Okay? He became aviation minister. Where's the aviation? And today, Femi Fani-Kayode will beat his chest and tell you that under my leadership, there is no one single air crash. You know what I mean? They say, yes, you did a great job. I remember. But years after he left the position as Minister of Aviation, how many of you have traveled through, since Obasanjo left power, how many of you have traveled through the Nigerian airport and have you've spoken up about how terrible your international airport is? You know it. I know it. You know it. It's not because after Femi Fani-Kayode left power as aviation minister, another minister that came in, then removed everything they fixed in the airport. You know it. I know it. So just stop deceiving yourself. The same thing applicable to him is the same thing that is applicable to so many of these retired hustlers. They don't even want to retire. They are still looking for appointments. They are still looking for contracts secretly. They are everywhere calling on their friends, and they will come on social media, come and deceive me and you. Well, deceive many of you who love good talkers. Okay? So someone said, who you help? My brother, listen to me. Listen to me, yeah? You may not like what I'm telling you. It may not sound good to you. It may sound like I'm attacking him. But listen, you may be living in that dreamland, okay? That any politician in Nigeria right now that is against Buhari, I'm talking about any Nigerian opposition leader or any other Nigerian opposition member. If you believe that there is any opposition Nigerian member right now that is criticizing Buhari, that is criticizing APC, is doing it because he loves Nigeria. You are as dumb as those they sold the change lies to in 2015. You just don't know. Just like that, my brother who called me and told me that Atiku Fulani is a preferred Fulani to Buhari's Fulani because Buhari's Fulani is going to kill us. Meanwhile, Atiku's Fulani is going to give us food. So you know that mentality. So people like them can easily be sold to you. But it's okay. You may not like what I'm saying, but I'm just telling you what it is. You know, I'm not looking out for saints. I'm not here to help you defend Nigeria. I'm done with Nigeria too. Okay? One day, if Nigeria exists for another 10 years, one day, people like us will fight it in and try to break it even further than you expected. And in the process, we will take the battle right there to them, I believe. So yeah, so you don't really need to like what I'm saying. So because I don't believe that any Nigerian opposition leader, because especially those who have been there before, I mean those who have been there before, who have had the opportunity, it's not because it's not that you had all this glamour and all that that they took away. Not that because they built these beautiful hospitals and some people stole everything in it, and therefore that is why we are now where we are. So therefore, let's bring them back and stuff like that. So they are friends of the same criminals that many of us talk about every day, and they are all waiting in the loop to take over from their colleague and friends in government. And when the opportunity presents itself, they will not hesitate to do the same thing again and again. That is to loot you, rape you again and again. So Abba Kyari's friends will come back to them later. So to me, I would love to mention, to say something about Nnamdi Kanu's position lately on these killings, the death that is going on in Nigeria. That is what I'm going to come back to. And I'm going to also touch the hunger race that is about to take over Nigeria. It is not a cause. I received many messages from some of you, my viewers, especially who are based in Nigeria. Some of you are sending me messages inbox that if there's anything I could give, I should please help, more or less like an SOS to me. In all sincerity, I would love to help, and I hope that you actually get the help you need. The reason why I'm not replying those messages is because it is a waste of time. Okay, I can't help that much number of people. So the little I can give out, I am doing my own little way, just like many other people too. So to tell you the danger of what is coming, people are subscribing to join social media right now in Nigeria, young people, only to follow people everywhere to beg for money. You know why? The collapse of Nigeria is so close. But you know how long it's going to take will be determined by how long the people that are going to be affected are going to hold on to. You know, we can endure many things. We can endure a lot. We can hold back. We can pretend to be okay while we are burning inside. That's going to break soon. You see that endurance, that management, that ego better attitude, that it is not so bad, that living in denial will soon break. And many people are going to find themselves in so many vulnerable positions as this go deeper. Death by coronavirus is actually not what many Nigerians are afraid of right now. Many are afraid of death by hunger. And it is scary because every day, everywhere in the news, what the politicians, private individuals, organizations, what they are showing us is they are doing a lot to ensure that people don't starve, to ensure that people don't get pushed to the point that they will need to fight hunger, to stay alive. And it is scary. It is scary in the sense that hunger used to be the weapon that politicians use to perpetuate themselves in power. The same hunger weapon that Nigerian politicians have been using to coerce, to force so many people to vote for them, so many people to sell their votes to them, so many poor people, right, to work as election criminals for them. Hunger weapon. Nigerian politicians have been using it for years. For the first time, the hunger weapon is about to turn on them. And that is why I said, Nigeria right now, wahala day. It is not to scare you. It is to wake you up so that you don't get caught up. Well, many of you are already awake. In Lagos State right now, Lagosians are now sleeping with their 2 eyes opened. Nobody told them. I didn't come here to say, hey, from April, all of you will turn to vigilante. And this vigilante will be on a rota system where everybody will be having shifts. And you will be changing shifts every day. Some will work during the day. Some will work during the night. And as things get harder, many of you will begin to harm yourselves. Many of you will begin to fight back. Those you are fighting back, those you are capturing, those the police are arresting, they are calling, those they are picking up because of this increased hunger-induced crime in so many parts of Nigeria right now. Lagos State and Ogun State especially. You see, those people that you are trying to chase away, they call some of them 1 million boys. 1 million boys. They just gave you a data there. Do you have 1 million policemen in Lagos State that will fight 1 million boys? Now, let me give you this joker. We don't know what made up the 1 million boys. Are they 1 million? Or do they know that things will get so serious that even many of you who are running after 1 million boys now, some of you will turn to 1 million boys too. You have captured some of them. And so far, so good with what I have read so far. I think they've captured about 400 so far. That was the time they made the big raid. So many innocent people were arrested. And they are currently in police cell for that same crime in Lagos State. Now, I didn't tell you this a month ago. I didn't tell you this a week ago. But I think we talked about it a few days ago that the situation will get so serious. Every lie they have told you, every falsehood they have pushed through you, every lie you have helped them share on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Twitter, so many falsehood, false hope that you have helped them to share in the last 5 years. The day of judgment is here. And guess what? It is not going to leave anyone behind. Crime will increase. The poor data system that Nigeria never have any data, any reliable data anyway. That will catch up with us now. The fake fraudulent census that they have been using for years to rig election, that is going to rig election, to share allocation, that is going to work against them now. Because they know they were lying. They know they were making things up. They know that is why nothing worked. That is why they never build hospitals. That is why they never build schools. That is why they never build roads. All the data they have been presenting to us all these years, they have all been lies since 1960. Now, the truth is about to come out because nobody can rig Koro. Koro is not INEC election. You cannot rig it. Koro is not WAEC results. You cannot forge it. If you get an, it go show whether you tell us or you not tell us. Now, this is the time it's going to catch up with everybody. And we don't know who is going to be who. You have captured about 400 out of 1 million. Now you have 999,000. 999,000. What do you call it? It will be 400 minus 1 million. That will be 999,000. 900 and what? Let me use my calculator before I run crazy because it's a big number. Just to let you know how huge, how serious this is. So if you have taken about 400 out from 1 million, you know what is left. I'll get you the figure, and for those who are smart enough to give me the figure, please do in the comment for those who need that number. But the number is not actually what we want to talk about. It is the enormosity the hugeness, the big wahala that is looming, simply because we've never, ever been honest. Those who have been saddled with responsibility of fixing Nigeria, they have never, ever been honest. And now, the wahala will catch up with us. I didn't tell you, like I said a week ago, that you will become vigilante. Today, you have become vigilantes. Now, the problem is, you have been vigilantes now, with some of you with stick, some of you with cups, some of you with axe, some of you with cutlasses and all of that, machetes. You know what is going to happen very soon, like mosquito and malaria. You know, when mosquito bites you, you may get malaria. But when mosquito continue to bite you and you continue to get malaria and you continue to recover, it continue to bite you and you continue to recover. As time goes by, mosquito will bite you and you won't even know if malaria day or no day. Many of you are already immune to it because you didn't die from malaria. Same way that some of you have been using so many insecticides to kill mosquito in your rooms. Abi, it gets to a point that today, either the products are fake or some of the mosquitoes, they have also developed immunity against bacon, against some of your insecticide, anti-mosquito insecticide that you spray. You know what I'm talking about? Yes. That is what the security situation will become. Many of you will graduate from holding stick, holding cutlass, holding this into holding pistol, holding shakabula, holding real gun. Because when they come with guns, because they know you are armed, and they know you are many, you are more than them, and you want to protect your pot of soup. You don't want them to get near your pot of soup. You don't want them to steal your saved food during this whole lockdown. And they know that you are armed with cutlass and all of that. They will come with gun. The intention is to shoot the gun up so that you can run away and they can carry the pot of soup and run away themselves until the following day when they will check if you cook or you no cook again. So when they know that, they know that you are armed. So they may change to gun. Because according to the report, they say 1 million boys in Lagos, they started with holding cutlasses, holding axes, holding knives, robbing people, stealing from them at night. But since this lockdown started and nobody was downfall, are on suspension partially. Okada riders are on suspension partially. People are no longer going out like before. In fact, those who are going out as well, they don't to get money. Some of them are going out because they just have to. They want to go and look for money. At the end of the day, nobody to obtain, nobody to rob. They decided to come and meet you at home and say, okay, if you don't come out again, if lockdown is holding you at home in Lagos, we will come home and collect our food. We don't want much, just anything to eat. And then any other thing we see around that can last us for a few hours or few days. Now you can't go out and make money. The little you have to live on that. Stay safe because you don't want to get coronavirus, right? These boys are now coming in with cutlasses, knives at night, threatening to kill you if you don't let them carry the pot of soup. If you don't let them take down your phone. They don't even, I heard that they are not even like picking up phones because nobody is buying phones. Not really. Maybe after lockdown, people will begin to, they begin to do that. They are specifically for food and money. So now, some of you don't want to let anybody take your money and food. Government is not giving you anything. There is no chance that if you have corona, if you go out and you have coronavirus, there's no chance that they will take care of you. And if your immune system is not that strong, you may actually die of coronavirus. So because of that, the little you have saved, you want to protect it. You decided to go and buy cutlass. You buy one for yourself. You buy one for madam. You buy one for Junior. Just in case if Junior will need to defend himself, God forbid. But at least Junior self will get something for hand. And we don't know how long this is going to be. So now you are at home. 1 million boys will be like, no, I'm not going to go there with cutlass. Those people are dangerous. They are even you become more dangerous than the 1 million boys now, because you are ready to defend your family against anybody coming to take your food, isn't it? Then maybe the 1 million boys will now begin to use guns. So they say 1 million boys now graduated to using guns. Gun. So some of you who have decided to volunteer to become vigilante in Lagos, some of you are following the news of security in Lagos unrest. Like say you are following your religion religiously. Some of you are following the news update about what is going on. What is going on in Surulere? Hey, they have blocked us inside the shop right in Surulere. Hey, God, they come and help us. So, hey, they are now in Oworo boys. I love those drama, by the way, because that's something that people will do. Even though it's also dangerous that a large number of people are coming out to have to protect themselves. They are also exposing themselves. You know what I mean? So now, you are vigilante. Before you know it, before you were protecting your room, you were protecting your family, the cutlass where you buy, the catapult where you buy, and every other little thing that you think can at least you will fight. Nobody go come here carry the pot of soup for year. We die here. You realize that at the end of the day, your neighbor will try the same thing, gave you the story the following day that Mr. Bayo, don't try it. Don't wait inside your house. These boys, if they come, that armor, that AK, that thing you said you are, that how big you are, my brother, they go succumb you, they beat me, they slap, small boys, they slap me. I saw them. I even saw one of them when they served themselves to eat in my presence. When Baba, no try. We are doing vigilante. We are not waiting in the house anymore. We have to guide our street. We have to make sure that these boys, if they meet you inside house, Baba, nobody go help you. So they turned you to vigilante, and you carry down your cutlass. You carry down your cutlass. You are on the street every night. Double wahala, no light, no sleep, no work, no money, and you still have to fight to stay alive. And at the end of the day, these boys, they know that you are desperate too, and you are dangerous. I've seen videos of how you beat them, how Nigerians, Jesus. You have seen some of the pictures too. I couldn't share them. The 1 million boys are on Facebook. They are everywhere too. They are hungry boys dropping account everywhere too. So they now bought guns. Now, you are on your street at night. With other people. You are not trained as a vigilante. You've never been a security guard in your life. Even Madam can't sleep. She has to make sure that once the children are in bed, she needs to stay awake in case if you have to run back inside when you hear coca. Are you going to wait for taco with your cutlass or catapult? So Madam needs to make sure that the door is opened so that when you run back, they can quickly close the door and start praying. How long? And by the way, nobody prayed for this. But to be clear, it is the failure of your political leaders that made this happen. If anybody tried to shift the blame to anywhere else, they are going to blame you. They are going to make you blame yourselves. Some of you are going to blame others too, because that is the only way it will work. Some of you are going to turn it to tribal thing. Some of you are going to turn it to political thing. You hate me. I hate you. You hate us. It's because this. But at the end of the day, the criminals who caused this, are even making money from it. They turn many of their believers to COVID-19, and they are making money from it. What a shame. Right? People are dying in Kano. They are telling us that they don't know what is killing them. What could be killing them? Other than a failed healthcare system that is never, ever going to be honest with their data. They will never be honest. Then when they now leave that gap of no accurate information, and so many people use that gap to fill it with so many make-up stories, then they will begin to shout, fake news, you shouldn't be shouting fake news, fake news is bad, we should be careful of what we share. Meanwhile, the criminals that you call your leaders, the one you pay every month, you pay them salary, do you know, you pay them, they receive money, they will never tell you the truth. They will never give you the accurate data. But it's going to catch up with us. More than 170 people have died. In fact, if you want to know the truth, if they want to tell us the truth, let us put the figure of those who have died in Kano now. The ones they have found, the ones they have not found, the cemeteries that people have been buried. Let's put the figure right now. Minimally, like my brother from Ibadan will say, minimally, that is minimally, 500 and more people have died. They've only just discovered, and in 3 days, in 3 days, and within that 3 days, day one, let's say day one, they said 70 people died in a village, one village. They didn't shoot, they didn't kill them. They said strange, mysterious. They love that. They love Nigerian media, Nigerian journalists. They are very good with using words to change your mind completely from seeing the severity of what they are talking about. They are talking about people dead people who died. They said mysteriously. And for 3 days, there is no government Scientologist. There is no government epidemiologist. There is no government, I don't know. I don't know if those are the people who actually know about epidemic and the rest of that. To tell us that, hello, now we take care of them with this. So, are you with me? Because they won't. And we know why. Because people will begin to ask questions. Wow. How did that happen? 150 people in 3 days. And those are the graves they found. I have been reading so many, what do you call it? I have a caller. I think I should take calls. Let me take calls.
Hello?
It's been a while. Good afternoon or good evening, my brother. Your name and where you are calling from, Abba?
Yeah, Ambrose from Nigeria.
Ambrose from Nigeria. Where in Nigeria?
Lagos State, sir.
Lovely. Lagos is the epicenter of coronavirus. Lagos State is where many of you are now turning vigilante to protect your families and your properties. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
What is happening now in Lagos now is that you have to sleep in the afternoon so that you can be a vigilante in the night.
You have to sleep in the afternoon to be a vigilante in the night.
In the night, yeah. Because if you don't come outside, they can come and meet you inside the house. So you have to come outside to secure your family.
And how does that feel? How is your community? What are the people saying about that? And what do you see, or where do you see this heading?
What is going on is that people have lost trust in police. People have lost trust in the police, so they feel their life is more important than sitting at home. You have children, you have wife, you have family. So the best thing you have to do is to just at least volunteer yourself so that your family can sleep. Yeah, so that is what is going on in Lagos.
It's a shame. And we have seen... Yeah, go on.
The only thing is that what is going on is that the where those real big men are that are supposed to go, they can't go there because they are afraid of the kind of compassion they can meet there. So it's the people that have that, let me say the poor people. Let me just use that language.
So it's more or less like, poor, killing poor to survive.
Yeah. Those big areas like Magodo, they can't go there.
You think so?
Any big estates, they can't go there because they don't know if the big man they are going to meet has a compassion. So they prefer going to any area, those houses that they know they can just access easily and go out, not an estate, no questioning.
Right.
Like that.
Thank you so much, my brother, and stay safe. Okay, let me take other calls too,
sir.
since I've decided to take calls now. So thank you very much.
Okay, sir.
I have another caller. Hello. You are already on, and can you turn down the broadcast? I mean, the broadcast there, please.
Hello, Maigu.
Hello, Baba.
Finally, I catch you. I don't call you tired.
I know. They just don't want us to talk, and it's been.
Won't you call this guy today? I say, at the vex. This is my chairman. I know they pick my call now.
I'm sorry. Your name and where you are calling from, please.
My name is Ifeoluwa Daniel Ayeni. I'm popularly known as Morento. I'm an artist. I'm based in Riga, Latvia.
Morento. I like that. So where did you say you're based again? Sorry, where?
Yeah, presently I'm in Riga. Actually, I'm based in Estonia, but my wife is from Latvia.
Oh,
so,
how is I see exactly. How is the lockdown in your present location?
Actually, it's not that bad because the way they control it, their health system is working fine.
Lovely.
And I think how many is the number of people affected? Is it not 700 plus or something? Around 700 plus affected, and they've been able to control it. So there are some people working from home. Right. And there are some people that are actually working they are working in the front line. Right. But everything is on point, like the social distancing and all that.
Wow. And so you still have time. You still have time to follow what is going on back home as well. What's your view about this new killing in Nigeria and what you have heard so far on the program?
Man, my brother, Abba. You see, this is something that, as a certified philosopher, this is something we've been talking about that is going to happen. Something we've been philosophizing about that is going to happen. Right. And it's happening now. You see, there's something I like about Shure. Shure said something. He said, this revolution you guys are scared about, you guys will be the one that are going to start it. You understand? Right now, what is happening in Nigeria, it is the current reality that everybody is facing right now. Everybody is understanding that reality. The reality everybody has been denying for a very long time. But right now, it's just in front of everybody. Everybody is seeing it. It's going crazy.
And it is not one-sided as well. You know, one thing about it is that in the East right now, Abia, the youth are on rapid. They are, in Delta, same thing is going on right there. In Akwa Ibom, people are on, you know what I mean? In the North as well right now, even the North that we are talking about, there's been so many chaos here and there simply because of this whole issue of lockdown. And it's about to get worse. It's scary. Did you see something happen that could probably change Nigeria forever? I know the world is going to change forever anyway. But do you see something or COVID-19 changing anything in Nigeria at all with the way we were?
My brother, I see it changing Nigeria because, number one, economically, Nigeria is down. We shouldn't lie to ourselves. And it's going to take so many years before we are going to get out of that in Nigeria. So before, it used to be the poor people having this feeling and having all the suffering. But right now, it is going to tell on the rich themselves. Because it will get to a stage whereby, okay, now they are robbing, the poor people are the ones robbing the poor people. Now the poor people are revolting. It will get to a stage, the people that are revolting, to get to a stage, they are going to revolt against the rich, the elites. Even the elites now, okay, look at the politicians now, because by the time they realize that, okay, fine, everything is not working economically and all that, the National Assembly, they will need to cut their costs. I mean, all these
people will demand. People will demand that they cut down their costs and all of that. Nobody want them to live extravagant life anymore. So you mean people will get pushed? This may the poor people will push the average people to the wall, where the average people will then push the political side to change their own lifestyle too, or else the country will burn. Do you see that happening? Do you?
I see that happening. I see that happening because it is what will eventually happen. Because now everybody has realized that, even you look at religiously, they've been using religion to separate us. They've been using religion to blind us. You understand? Now everybody realizes that, religion. So all these pastors, when they say they go, they talk to, they see this, they see that. Okay, this one affect.
So now, religiously, people have realized that, oh, Benny, nothing for religion.
That all those miracles, all those things, people are beginning to question them to say, why is this happening? So are you saying that the more this lasted, right, the more so many people will become rebellious against so many things they believed before?
Bro, let me tell you,
Yeah.
we should be grateful to God that COVID-19 came to pass. COVID-19 came to work right now. Because now, number one, if just take a look at it, it started from the Western world. That the politicians, they cannot run and leave their own people, because had it been started in Africa, they would have run to wherever they want to run to abroad, and they'll be ruling for wherever they are. But it started from the Western world and down to Africa. And whether we like it or not, COVID-19, according to history, whenever it comes to pandemic, it takes time before they can ever come out of pandemic. So it's going to take time. And I think if you look at history, whenever there's pandemic, after the pandemic, there is a new breath of life. There is a new world system. That is what is going to happen in Africa as a whole. It's not even Nigeria we are talking about. It's going to happen in Africa. Let us just be ready. There is going to be a revolution. The prayer we are just going to pray is that our loved ones will not go with this revolution. But after that revolution, everybody is now going to come back to the drawing board and ask, okay, where have we got it all wrong? That is when everybody will start reasoning. That is when people will start listening to people like you, people like Shure, people that have been clamoring for good governance. That is when people will start listening. Because if things like this doesn't happen, people will not listen, because they will keep giving some people peanuts. Why those peanuts, people will live by it. But now you can see people are rejecting food. People are rejecting peanuts now, like, fuck you, we don't want this food, we don't want that. Is this how you want us to live? It's going to get to that level. And you can see even the politicians that themselves, they are scared. Even they are calling themselves, you can see Bagabi Amila is doing his job now. He's working, trying to call, okay, how can we give these people power supply? How can we do this? How can we do that? Now, because they are scared. Every one of them are scared, because they know the people, this is the time people are waking up.
Thank you.
It's going to get to that level. I pray it is going to get worse. That is my prayer.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your contribution. We've really exhausted a bit of time, and the line is clogging up already. So let's free some and hear from others too. Thank you so much, and send me well to Madam on your side there. I've been by your side there.
Okay, bro.
Have a good one, man. Yeah. So I have another caller. Good evening, sir. You are through to Mayegun. Your name and where you are calling from?
Hello, brother. This is Wale Adeyemi.
Oh, bigger comrade. You found this page. They've shut down Mayegun's diary. So we have to hibernate. We have to hibernate here for a while. How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
You want to add a voice to this as well. So you have the floor.
Yeah, actually, I'm calling from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I actually called some of my friends. I had some friends scattered all over Lagos. The guys in Badagry, they are vigilantes. I called my dad is in Badagry. He said they don't even sleep. They sleep during the day. And they keep vigil throughout the night. And that's what it's all about. And some of my friends in Mushi too, same thing. The ones in Iyanopaja, same thing.
Are you doing the same thing? Are you doing your own vigilante in Brooklyn right now? Because people are watching from Nigeria too. What are you doing? Like, at least New York is also on a lockdown now, I believe. Yeah. So are you doing your own vigilante?
You wouldn't even believe. You wouldn't even believe. Particularly in New York.
Yeah.
There is you can self-quarantine yourself and stay at home, but if you have to go out, there's no restriction. You can go out.
You can. Okay.
Even for
great.
the fact that the pandemic was much, New York was
very heat,
seriously. Yes. But you are still allowed some certain level of movement. You can go out and buy food and use the pharmacy.
You are lucky. Actually, you are lucky. Tell me about those your friends you spoke to in Nigeria who have turned to vigilante now a bit.
I actually called a friend in Magodo because he's a middle class. He can afford something. He's living in an estate. He said there's no. Those are people that are even most free, they sleep and close their two eyes. And those ones in Lekki, they sleep and close their two. But the ones in, after Lekki and Ajah, they couldn't even sleep. The ones in Iyalopaja, I call those in Badagry,
it is already in Ilukpeju. We used to. I lived in Ilukpeju, so we have a family house in Ilukpeju, and all the Coca area association, going to the traffic and the rest of those areas. Yeah, some people still consider that we have a Ilukpeju estate of Coca, which is considered as a settlement of some middle class. Guess what?
Yes.
I saw the video of them yesterday, all running after 1 million boys. I was like, Ilukpeju. Hey, I remember.
Ilukpeju is closer to Pangrove.
Exactly now, Oworo.
So, because they are closer to those areas, so they might have their own fair share of the.
No joke, man. No joke, man. Everybody is living with one eye or two eyes opened right now. So, what do you say to all of this? We've been telling them, Wale, we have been talking about this for a long time. Many of us have been unfriended on Facebook. Many of us have unfriended so many people simply because we have been hammering on it. How can't you guys see this? There's going to be a day of reckoning. A day is coming that all of these things we are telling you, most of these things that politicians are telling you that your prayer is answered, is your prayer that is keeping Nigeria, all these lies. A day is coming, that all of this will catch up with us.
There was a video I watched on YouTube, and a pastor was saying that all those pastors that sell handkerchief do healing prayer and every other thing.
Yeah.
Now that none of them is outside now saying, I can heal coronavirus, I can do this. He said, after this is gone, people should not come outside and say they can heal. Because when there was the only time we need you guys for healing, none of it is coming out.
But they said it's not the pastors, Wale.
Because you don't want to die.
Yeah, Wale. So, they said it's not the pastors that heal. It is God. So, but then you know what I said back? I said, why can't they now call that God? Because we need that God right now. Is it that God is not listening to them, or they are not calling on it on that God, or are we the one that we are not asking the right people for solution? Maybe we should all start asking. You know what I mean now?
Their God is of vacation. He's in the Caribbean. It's a boat cruise. So he needs a timeout.
But instead of anybody to answer you, Wale, right? They are going to tell you that you should watch your mouth or else you go to hellfire. They are now the gatekeeper of heaven and hell.
Recent time, I just unlearn what these people have been psychologically stuffing in our brain. I just unlearn it. About a few years back, I just unlearned all this rubbish they've been feeding us. So now, it is you and your God, though. Nobody can tell me. I don't care whatever any man of God says.
So what do you say to what is going on in Kano, by the way? Wale, what do you say to what is going on in Kano? A lot is going on, and we are going to see a lot in the news in the next few days. I mean, scary stuff, honestly. What do you think?
The thing about it is that I know that these people they thought this thing is a joke. I have an uncle who, when this thing started in New York, he didn't step out. He did not step out of his house. And he was shouting at me. He said, Wale, why are you driving all about Brooklyn? This thing is serious. It's gonna. Do you know that me that I was driving all about Brooklyn, I didn't have this thing, no? It was because he went to pick his mail. He didn't step out for 3 weeks or 4 weeks because just he went to pick his mail. He got the virus. He almost died inside his house because he went to pick his mail. And these people, they think this thing is they think is child's play, or they think is one thing.
Some people said it is. Some people said it is hunger.
You know, since this thing, my brother, since when this thing started, the only fear I had was for Africa. Hey, when this thing becomes so spreading, which hospital will take them? Even the best hospital we have in Nigeria does not even have the facility to take more than 30 people. To even want to save them, where is the ventilator? You are budgeting billion. This thing really opened their yash. Opened their yash and exposed them to the world that Nigerian health system. We're supposed to, we're not even what they call emergency or state of emergency. No, we don't need state of emergency.
we need to all the budget they made for this year, they need to redirect it to health.
But they are directing it to sharing the money 40,000 naira, 20,000 naira so that people can feed.
You know, there was one broadcast you did that when me and you were talking, you said it's only when there is one big health issue in Nigeria, that is when even the millionaires, we know that they don't have money.
I remember.
Yeah. You remember we were discussing it. I said this is the time people, even the rich people, will know that their money cannot save them. Now you want UK to open their airspace so that they can fly you to come and take healthcare.
For where? Where we are seeing it 800 people.
So that they can fly you because you are one kind special person.
Who you do?
And they were telling us to talk. Yesterday I listened to your last program for 3 hours. Throughout the midnight, I was playing the after program. I was saying, I really enjoyed you.
Thank you, Wale.
You're my first one now.
Thanks, Mama. So let me take other callers too. You know what I mean? It's a good thing that we are having our reunion on Badero's Badero Lushola's platform instead of our usual home base. Go better for these guys who actually had to send us to this boys' quarter from our mansion. Wale?
Okay.
Thank you very much anyway, for that contribution. Thank you. So I have, I'm sorry if I drop your call. So, hello, you are true to Mayegun's diary. Should I say that? But you are true to Mayegun. So what can I do for you today, or what's your contribution, rather?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayegun. It's been a while. I've been trying your number. Finally, I made it.
Thank you. So your name and where you're calling from, bro?
Yeah, my name is Abba from Birmingham.
Abba from Birmingham. It's been a while. So what do you have for me tonight?
Well, let me first start by the Mayegun general political page they shut down. Anyhow they like it. Mr. Mayegun, if they like, they should shut down 1 billion. Just any word you create, we are there. Create it, we are already there. We don't care about they block anyone or they don't open anyone. We don't give a damn about it. But let me go back to coronavirus as it affects Nigeria. Well, for me, I know Nigeria will never work with this system we are practicing, either we like it or not.
It's catching up with us, Abba. It's catching up with us. You know what I mean? Now, whether we like it or not, even when we always say, God forbid, I like that. It's just to re-encourage ourselves. But the reality on ground is this. If the thing enter us, and we now see what is going on in Kano, Abba. Imagine if this should spread. Who is going to save Nigeria?
Sir, can I come in?
Please go on.
Yeah. It's like people in Nigeria, especially in the northern part of Nigeria, it's like they don't understand what is happening at all.
They said it's fake.
Today now makes it 22 days without stepping out of my room. 22 days. Even when we were still living in Kaduna where there is riot, killing everybody every day, there is no way I will not step out of my room in 2-3 days. Today makes it 22 good days without stepping out of my room. Thank God there is light, there is water, there is everything I need inside my apartment. Thank God for that. Now, back in Nigeria, no light, nothing to even make. Even if you buy food, if you get the food now, how do you preserve the food for 2 weeks?
Exactly.
How do you preserve that food for 2 weeks? Yeah, I know how much I have sent to different people. Account number is flying like a rocket.
Honestly.
Papa, everywhere.
Inbox or everywhere you go to. Exactly.
This is the right time. The southern Nigerian people should wake up and challenge this system. Either we like it or not. Like I think the last 2 callers said this thing is happy about. For me, I'm not happy about this corona issue. Because I know the poor of the poor of the poor will be the receiving end. Now the thing looks as if it's for the rich. My brother, this thing, I give everybody 1 month. In the next 1 month, being at 150 with the year for KANO now, they are not changing the title of the I don't even understand.
They are dishonest people. You know, that's one thing as well. Exactly, Abby.
You to let people know what is actually
they are not honest.
For people to be conscious enough.
They are not honest.
People are going to bed. I was watching, because I have a page I watched in one Ogun State Facebook platform.
Yeah.
And I was watching how people are in the burial ground where they say they want to bury these people. No face mask, nothing. And
they don't even have an idea of what killed them.
Coronavirus. While in Sagam, where I come from, if you see the picture of the town today, it was a complete lockdown. Everybody indoor. Everybody indoor. I watched the picture of people in Ado. Everybody is cooperating to an extent. At least they are cooperating without any federal government palliative share to them. And here in the north, where we are hearing different money given to them, foods that get shared to them, these people are not cooperating, they are not taking this issue serious. Now the point is, at the end of the day, all the effort of, look at this guy in Lagos now, he's doing a good job, either we like it or not.
He's doing a good job, say.
This corona issue, the Southwest people, they are, let me say, they are trying their best within their, though they failed in the past, now they are running up and down for what is. Well, I don't want to go far, but let me
I understand. I do, Abby. Thank you very much. Go on.
Now, the issue now is the Southwest people, they need to wake up. Me, I don't support, because these people, we cannot be securing our territory, staying indoor. Then you now, when you are doing your foolishness in the north, then you now still migrate this, your virus from the north back to the people that are doing the proper thing now. Because if you check what is going on now, especially in the Southwest, people are suffering. They are staying indoor. I know how much a lot are sent back home. People are staying indoor. They are not going out like other places. Though in Lagos, it's not easy at all to control that kind of population to stay at home. But in the north, nothing is happening at all. Everybody is doing anyhow they like.
Thank you,
so
Abby.
At the end of the day, they will start. By the time they go to their farm, you transport yam infected with virus to the south. Beans, virus to the south. So people
but luckily, Abby,
they need to be more.
Yeah, Abby. Luckily, whatever they bring to the south can't be contaminated with coronavirus. But the people who bring them to the south, they are the carrier. You know what I mean now? So, so that we don't let people think, every food that comes from the north could be, infected in a way. That won't be true. You know what I mean? But the people who are bringing them in the individual, because the virus lives in your nose, to your nostril, respiratory.
That's my point.
I understand, Baba. It's just, exactly. It's just for the sake of those who are viewing us as well. Okay, Abby. So, in one word, what would you say we should look forward to with this whole thing, this whole drama going on now? What do you see?
Honestly, this thing has exposed the kind of system a failed system we are running. The other day, Wike arrested some people in River State, and one minister is saying he doesn't have the power to do that. No, under a federating system, he has the power to decide whatever he wants to do in the state. This system is a failed system.
It is.
We need to change. We need to go back to a proper federating system. That is the only. That is for me. I don't know. Maybe
no, you are making sense, Baba. You are making sense.
That is the only solution to Nigerian problem. We cannot be running this kind of bring your brother's keeper system of government we are running.
When we are actually like a lion.
System. It is even more of benefit to everybody. No, okay, now they say oil. Look at the oil now. Is it not useless? Is it not useless?
It is near useless. You're right. Anyway, Abby, I will let you go because you know the line, you as expected, the line is clogged again. Okay, so let's take other few callers as well. And I really, really appreciate your time and your contribution tonight. Thank you, and stay safe, Baba. Continue to. That's Abby from Birmingham. I think they pronounce it Birmingham, but it's Birmingham. I don't know. Hello there. Can you hear me? Sorry, network can be an ass in a way. I'm sorry if the network is holding us in. Hello. Can you hear me? Hi.
Hi, my name is Jocelyn.
Oh, Jocelyn, how are you?
Hey, I'm fine, thank you. Good evening.
Oh, it's good to have you again with us. I'm glad you could make it. Now, what's your contribution tonight?
Too much drama in Nigeria, honestly. Too much drama because the news that is being that we've been seeing online, mostly on the Facebook, because is really scary, you know. And because we keep getting news here and there, different pages, everybody's is giving us updates on what is going on. Mostly your page, AY, and the Simon, Mr. Bello. I think it is too much of information we're getting from back home.
So many to take in.
Yes.
Now let's take them one by one. Then let's take them one by one because, like you said, there's so many information flying around on the social media, and for those who are indeed following, they are becoming worried in a way. And for saying that there, Jocelyn, it shows that you're not alone. There might be others who are also watching and they will be interested. Let's pick them one by one. There are times we have told our people back home the consequences of corruption, remember? And we have been vilified for that. We have been attacked. We have been called names. Some of you have lost friends simply because they believed in PDP, they believed in the APC, you believed in something else, and everybody has been like at loggerhead and the rest of that. Now, Judgment Day don't come. The failure, the unity that we needed to fight in time like this, we don't have it. Even if even if we expect a coronavirus to unite us, it is not likely to. We know that. The division, the underdevelopment in the country that we have talked about so many times is now catching up on us, on our infrastructure. Now, in your own view, to make it easier for you and those who are watching, okay, what is your own worry that really bothers you? Is it the insecurity that this is going to lead to? Or is it going to be the mass death that this may likely lead to? Or the hunger that everyone is so scared of right now? Now, let's take it from there. Like, what is your own worry? What would be your own real concern on everything so far?
Actually, if you're talking about, if I'm going to say something about what is my worry or what I'm concerned about, is the effect it's going to have on the poor masses. Okay, because I've seen the youth; they've lost their priorities. You know, what they have now is a misplaced priorities. The so-called 1 million boys. Okay, even if they are criminals. Okay, who put you in that situation? That is what you need to sit down. Think who put you in this situation where you are right now. It's because the government failed. The system failed you guys that made you to become a tout or a criminal. Okay. You go to school, you come out, there is no job. You understand? You go to apply for jobs, they tell you, no, we don't have a position whereby there is a position meant for this particular person. But because some politicians and some people who've got like godfathers out there, they've got people in line that they're going to put in that position. You understand? So making these guys, making them have no other option than to go into crimes. Okay? So these boys, what they need to channel their energy to is, honestly for me, is the politicians. They should leave the poor masses alone. Everybody's struggling to feed. Everybody's struggling to make a better living in Nigeria. Everybody's struggling to cater for their children. How much are you going to steal from the Okada riders, from those women that sell akra by the roadside, those ones that roast corn on the roadside? You know, they are struggling under the sun, under the rain, trying to fend for the family. Guys, you're missing your priorities, please. They need to channel their energies. They should go to Tinubu's house and fight.
There is this video, or let me say there's this audio, whereby people, there's a guy who was sending a message to MC Oluomo, the chief thug of Lagos. Then he was also sending something to Tinubu and the rest of that, saying that it will get to a point that the frustration they have forced on them, the economic power they stole from them, that they went to school, they graduated, no job. Most of them are watching touts, agberos, buying latest cars, building latest houses, and doing all of that. Frustrated. Now you've locked us down. We can't even go out to make anything to eat to survive.
They can't
But
go
we will
out.
come for you. We will come for you and we will come hard. Do you really see that happening, Jocelyn? Do you really see it?
They need, that is what I'm saying, because the thing is, when I say the boys have missed their priorities, this is when they need to go out and think, and then, face the people they're supposed to face. Okay, how can you have a criminal who is a thug and he's living large? You understand? Okay, and then how can you have politicians? They are living large now. They are in their mansions. They feel relaxed. But trust me, if these guys can take the opportunity at hand, these politicians at this moment, they are very, very vulnerable.
They are vulnerable.
They are scared of the masses, what they're going to do. But the thing is, these 1 million boys, they need to channel their anger to these people because they made them what they are today.
Let's talk about hunger. Let's talk about hunger. We have talked about anger.
Yes.
I remember I made a video. I had a broadcast that I made the other time about anger.
He said anger, hunger, frustration, depression is equivalent to atomic
WMD.
bomb.
Yes, weapon of mass destruction. Yes. Now the oil price has crashed all over the world. In Nigeria, Nigeria's oil is different from the American WTI. So Nigerian oil is Brent, and it's currently being sold for between $22 and $26 a barrel. Now, production, by the way, some people don't even understand. I've read online where some misguided Buharidins and the Buhari Diderins, they were saying, well, it is not affecting Nigeria. Our own oil is still $26. Production-wise, it will cost Nigeria to produce a barrel of oil. I mean, to extract a barrel of oil, it will cost us about $24. So as it stands right now, Nigeria oil, you will pay people $2 to take the oil from you free of charge. Then American oil, America will need to pay people $37 to come and take their oil free of charge. Now, people don't know that. And that is now making so many governments all over the world to readjust their priority after COVID-19. COVID-19 is just about entering Nigeria. It's about to take its route. And before we can say we have reached our zenith or climax, and it's now bending the curve, it will be another 2-3 months. So people are worried that COVID-19 lockdown will cause hunger and may cause economic crash. But the economy has already crashed. COVID-19 is just a distraction. What do you think? And in your own words, right? What do you think? Or how do you think Nigeria can survive what is coming after COVID-19 itself? Not just the killings now, the hunger, the depression, the loss of jobs, and the rest. What do you say to that?
We depend so much on oil. Nigeria depends so much on oil. Okay, they don't have any other alternative. Okay, everything about Nigeria is basically oil, and then they turn blind eye to every other thing that can actually bring in more revenues. Okay, with what is going on with this COVID-19 on ground, I foresee a lot of, I foresee a lot of people are going to, hunger is going to get to so many people. This is also one of my fears. Okay, the people like that guy, you posted a video on your page where the guy was, though his English was so poor, and me, I was laughing my head off. But if you listen to what he's saying,
his message was clear.
The hunger, the information he was passing or he passed is actually, hunger is even more terrible than the COVID-19, because he cannot lock people down who goes out every day to get their daily bread. Okay, and when you're locking them down, you do not have any palliative measures for these people. When it comes to election, they know where all these poor masses, they know all the nooks and crannies of these places, of those villages, even in the slums, even those living in the bushes, they know where they are when it comes to election. But now that we have a situation at hand, how do you salvage the situation of your people? Okay, trust me.
At least be honest. You know what I mean, Jocelyn? In everything, if you are honest about everything, right? Your problem is 50% solved. It can't get worse. Let me be honest. If you're honest with everything you deal with. So if these people are at least honest, I mean, They have spent billions now. They said they are giving money to people. They are giving money here and there. Okay. Now, they are not honest. The hunger, they are busy stealing. More people are falling into the trap of lack, want. And all of that will catch up with us as well. You know, it will catch up with us. They will say they've spent 700 billion. And you will look at the street, everybody is hungry. And you ask them, where's the 700 billion? Then the wala will start, won't it?
But yeah, it's a pity that these politicians, at the expense of the people, they are still looting and stealing. At this pandemic situation we have at hand, okay, I don't know why we don't have the fear of God in us. Even if you don't believe in anything, there is someone who created us all. Okay, you shouldn't just take the opportunity at hand because there is a pandemic out there, and then you want to utilize that to steal from people. Come on now, who does that? It shouldn't be. This is a wrong approach from those we call politicians. It is a wrong approach. If they are listening, if they're online listening, they need to get their act together, okay? Not giving people money. What are you giving them money for? Even if you want to give them money, is the market open for them to go and buy foodstuff?
Send it to their bank. Send it to their bank, and we can trace it. But if you say you are feeding, you have paid 11 million people.
Giving them cash at hand, Mayego, this is an act of stealing, okay? Because they cannot track it. They cannot track who they're giving money to. This is purely a fraud, a scam in the broad daylight. They are stealing us dry, okay? Somebody will come and be praising some stupid dead body or dead man, or that have ruined us and stolen a lot of money as well.
Let me bring you on something which is going to be the what do you call it? Your parting statement in a way, but I want it detailed. Many people are saying if those who are agitating for restructuring of Nigeria, if they are honest, if they are genuine, those who want to break off from Nigeria, like Biafrans and the rest of us, or those who actually want a proper restructuring that will give each region their full control, no more Abuja nonsense and the rest of that. Do you think, or do you see an opportunity in this time, this period, for those people to use this opportunity of this chaos to bring people together to demand for a better and fairer society, countries in Nigeria? Do you see Nigeria independence agitators, or let me say regional agitators, use this opportunity to get their way? Do you see that happening?
I see that happening, but not for restructuring, because restructuring is not going to work. Because when they were supposed to do the restructuring, they denied it. So now everybody wants to go their separate ways. The Oduduwas are already calling, Biafrans are already there calling. So I don't see this happening, okay? But it will only trigger more. It will trigger this will trigger of when the revolution starts, okay? When the revolution starts and people are on the street, how many are you going to contain? How many guys? How many youths are you going to hold down? You cannot. Because compared to the number of security personnel we have in Nigeria and the number of angry youth, you cannot hold them. Okay, so it's when the revolution has become so fierce and so
do you see revolution? So huge and has, do you see revolution, Jocelyn? Do you see revolution? Sorry? Do you see revolution?
If only our boys will leave fear. We will leave fear behind.
Let's even forget fear now, Jocelyn. Let's forget fear. We are talking about some of them will start revolution in protest of what is going on when they get pushed to it. But do you actually see that as a do you see that happening where a proper revolution that can change things happen through this? When people get pushed to the wall? That's what I'm asking. Yeah. Do you see that?
When people are being pushed to the wall and they cannot take it anymore, trust me, there will be a band for them to bounce back.
So can we look forward to something like that?
There will be a bounce back when you push people to the wall. Hello?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, when you push people to the wall, okay, when you push people to the wall, it's as I said, when you beat someone, the person will be running away from you, I don't want this, please leave me alone, and you keep pushing because you think you can actually trample on this person, and you will not expect when the person bounces back.
And turn around to fight back.
What you will get from that person, it will be a shocker to you. And this is what is going to happen to the Nigerian government. It is going to go down very soon. We're just here and watching. It is going to go down very soon.
I like that. Jocelyn. Sorry for cutting you short, because people are already complaining that I left you out for long.
Sorry guys, I need to go. Yeah,
I know. So I like that. I like that party note there that says something is going to go down soon. you
is
and
going
I,
to go down soon.
exactly, you and I will be here to report that, and we'll have a conversation on it as well when time permits us.
Yes,
again.
thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Just
You continue with the good job. Yeah, kudos to you.
thank
I
you.
so much
Thank
appreciate
you for what you did
All
the
right.
last time on my
Thank you.
Diary as well. I
All
have
right,
this
thank
opportunity at least to verbally thank you. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Have a
Thanks.
good one. So we have another one. This time around, I'm going to take just one call and I'll go. I didn't plan to. I just wanted to drag people, but I'll keep that for tomorrow morning. The normal salmon. You know, the one we always cook very much from the kitchen where it is served hot. Sorry, I think I'm going to take another one here. I have... hello there, sir.
Hello, my brother. Quite a long time.
Oh, good evening. How are you doing?
Mr. Ola speaking from Germany.
Mr. Sanwo-Ola, how are you doing, sir? Oh, Femi Babalola. I was almost confused there because I saw your picture. I'm like, I think I know this picture. I know this person, but glad that that's it. So, it's a great pleasure having you on, sir.
Thank you very much, my brother. You are doing a good job. A great job. God will reward you.
Thank you so much.
It's only God that will reward you, not that stupid people in that Nigeria. Let me tell you the truth, my brother. Nothing but the truth.
Tell me.
The solution for Nigeria is everybody should go their own way. And I can bet you. I know that people that are watching that there are more than 1 million. When the Yoruba guys will fall into Nigeria, I can bet you we will destroy Fulani Hausa. When we fall into Nigeria, we will destroy Fulani Hausa. If Abba Kyari is still alive, or any one of them is here today, they should be listening to this. This is a warning to them. I've told them today. I've told them before that Nigeria this year, calamity will fall on their lives because they are bloody liars. Where's Oshubajo? Where's Mohamed Buhari in Saudi Arabia? So I don't want to go that way. Let's talk about hunger. Let these people suffer. Let them suffer. I want them to suffer.
Why?
When they suffer,
Why?
for sure, they will know their left and their right. They will know the person that is telling them truth and someone that is telling them lie. And then let our others in Nigeria, I pray, their truth will survive them. If not so, they will fight. They will kill a majority of the Abba in Yoruba. I can bet you tonight. It's coming. It's close. And the time is very short for them.
So what do you know? What do you think should be immediately done by those who are also concerned citizens from across board now? What would you suggest if you are seeing something that people should know about in this regard? I am seeing a revolution that is not going to even know tribe, it's not going to know race, it's not going to know politics or political party you belong to, and that revolution is going to be it's going to be triggered by hunger. But it seems that there is more. It seems there is more, sir.
My brother,
Sir.
we can't escape it. There's going to be a war in Nigeria. Everybody should prepare. Everybody should prepare. The Northeast want to go, but they want Yoruba land by force. So everybody should prepare. That's what we just tell you.
Thank you very much. It is
because these people, because we know their secret. The Western world will not contain them, and I can bet you, in a month time, something terrible is going to happen in Nigeria that will shock all Nigeria. For that useless country, where do we get from? Where do we get the madness regime from? Who give us federation? What are we partisan?
But we've got sir, we've got partisan, and then should I even call them? They are not even like a partisan. No, don't even use the word partisan. Rather, we will call them their what do you call their alibis from Yoruba land too. You are a senior Yoruba citizen.
Oh, there we go. I can bet you. See, right today's day now, the time is very close and the game is over. Their game is over. I'm telling you, when these guys will fall in with collaboration of what is on ground, let Fulani come. We will finish Fulani in their territory with caliphate or the caliphate. We will finish them. My name is Sami Babala speaking to you.
Thank you.
We will destroy them. I swear to God mighty.
Thank you very much,
We
sir.
will destroy them.
I am going
They are
to.
idiots.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. I'm going to draw the curtain from there. I'm glad that, in fact, it seems that we should continue
Thank you
because
very
a firebrand like yourself, sir, is my last
Thank you
caller.
very much, my brother.
Have a good one, sir. Good night.
Thank you very much. God
Yes, sir.
bless. God bless you.
And you
Thank
too,
my
sir.
brother,
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
God bless
So
you.
that is
I appreciate you, yeah.
yeah. So welcome, sir. That is elder senior comrade is boiling inside, and I know many of you are also interested in calling in. But remember, we were supposed to do this chapali just before now, but we decided to take few calls, and I've been taking calls now for about 45 minutes. So I'll draw the curtains here. Some of you should join me tomorrow morning. That is where we always sort of, if you have the time, join me tomorrow morning from 9 a.m. Once I have my morning tea, then I'm always ready to fire. So thank you to all of you, those who took their time to watch tonight. It's a busy week. I mean, it's actually a busy evening, I'll say. And to those who managed to call me in, my dear brother mentors, if I pronounce that right, if you're still watching, thank you. From Riga, with your madam, and stay safe still. Wale Aderiko, me from Brooklyn, New York. Thank you so much, Baba. Continue to stay safe. Abba from Birmingham, thank you for your time as well. And I also, my last call, then Jocelyn, the lady, the only lady that I managed to get through tonight. So thank you, Jocelyn. And then last but not the least, my senior comrade brother there, Elder Femi Babalola. So thank you to all of you who have shared the broadcast, who have managed to stay with me for this past 2 hours, I believe. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Save the day. It will be interesting. And that time, we don't really need much. Other than what? Other than to hit them harder than we've ever done. Until then, I'll see you again. Thank you so much for your time, and good evening.
See us economy just the fall. But it just the travel around the world. I see your office there for sky.
After the election, where them do, we still they wait for the change. All the promise when they make, it don't be like saying a fake. Where the money, where the food, cause everybody want improve. Since you come, no tears and pain, we don't tire to complain, I see the bad way you've been do. You don't tear Nigeria into two. 97% and 5%. You know been talk like president. They rule Nigeria with sentiment. And take your office to revenge. Oh yeah now, Oga Buhari, we dey beg you. Let Nigeria no go scatter for your head, yo. Yes, after the election, where them do, we still they wait to see the change, yo. Cause all the promise when they make, it don't be like saying a fake, yo. And where the money, where the food, Nigerian people want improve. But since you come, not tears and pain, we don't tire to complain, no employment for the youth, insecurity no improve, inflation don't they hit the roof, still government no they say the truth. Oh yeah my brother, this change now yawa, we don't do this suffer, pray God for Nigeria. Oh yeah my sister, this comment now yawa, you don't do this suffer, we pray God for Nigeria. After the election, election where them do. We still dey wait to see the change. Cause all the promise when them make, try it don't they be like say na fake you. Where the money, where the food. Nigerian people want improve. But since you come, na tears and pain, oh, oh, oh. We don't tire to complain, oh. See us economy just the fall. But it just the travel around the world. I be your office there for sky. Now your time for working the take in the fly. We no give you different but you take them. Certificate is certificate. Abba Buhari. Election criminal. I make you collect and you hail them. Yasuki collect you the jail them. Abba Buhari. You the portion. After the election where them do. We still dey wait for the change. All the promise when they make, it don't they be like saying a fake. Where the money, where the food. Cause everybody want improve. Since you come, no tears and pain, oh, oh, oh. We don't tire to complain, oh. Only you and your people, they chop all the loot where you gather. Now enjoyment today, you know come presidency to suffer. You rule Nigeria like say na war. You fight corruption, they break the law. Worry is better, you withdraw. And the blame Jonathan for all of your flaws. Jonathan don't give you the power. No one no like you wahala. You no believe in your policy, pack up and let us be. After the election, where them do, we still dey wait to see the change, yo. Cause all the promise when them make, they don't they be like say na fake, yo. Where the money, where the food.